Namaskaram Sadhguru. When someone is ill and on the verge of death, is that the time to give comfort and solace or talk about death and prepare them for it?
Oh. See, when someone is ill, and if that someone has unfortunately never truly realized life is mortal and they have not prepared for it in any way within themselves, at that time you tell them you're going to die now, it's going to be terrible. Well, when someone becomes ill, in many ways, they become helpless. In that helplessness, they become like a little child or they become like little children. You love the child so much, there are two aspects to it. One is he or she is small and cute. Another is, they're helpless, you like it. Yes, yes. If you have a husband or a wife who is super efficient about everything they need, they can do it themselves, no, you will not like that person. You will need somebody who doesn't know how to find his socks. You will curse, but you like it because you know these are the controls you have over life. I've seen, women talking about, my husband cannot even find his toothbrush in the morning, but they're very proud of it. Because when he's so helpless, without me he cannot live. That's the thing. Because all relationships are need-based relationships, societies have evolved like this. So suddenly telling them you're going to die may not be a great idea. In this country, it was made a very significant thing, people have kind of all dissipated this fundamental wisdom. It was very important to have a son. Not because of gender discrimination, because the nature and the format of the society was such, if you had daughters, at a certain age they will go away. So even if they are 10 or 25 kilometers away from you, in a nearby village, well, she is either pregnant or she has a young child or she has responsibilities of that house that she's gone to, and 25 kilometers she has to walk and come, there is no transportation, so most probably if you're dying, she won't come. This is always the case. Once again, we've gone to the same place now because most people, their children are in some other country, in some other faraway place that they cannot come, or it's because of virus they cannot come. So because of this, having a son was very important because one fundamental duty which was very well established in this society, unfortunately forgotten today, is the moment a parent becomes to a place where the man gets married, the son gets married, the moment that happens, it is one of the duties of the son is to take the parents on yatra, to the pilgrim places. This is not tourism, this is to remind them that they are mortal, their time is rapidly coming, this is the time to invest in their inner well-being. Recently, there was one video which has gone viral around the country, a man carrying his old mother. You seen that video? Because this guy was very ill when he was young and everybody thought he will die. But his mother did not give up and she prayed to some god so intensely, and without any medication, this guy bounced back. So since then, he's been wanting to take his mother, which is her dream, to go to pilgrim places in the country. Now being a poor man, he didn't have money, he just put a bamboo thing, one side some things that he needs, clothes, this and that, another side his mother, and he's carrying her and walking from all the places to places wherever she had wished to go across the country, carrying his mother and another equal amount of load at the back and walking. This video has just gone crazy all over the country. Because this was the fundamental duty. Before they become incapable of walking and doing things, a son must take them to pilgrim places. Pilgrim places not for tourism purposes, but to remind them that they need to turn inward. Well, that is gone completely out of our thing. We are all thinking even if you're 70 or 80, you must be going to the cinema, you must be going to the party, you must be doing this, you must be doing that. Because this whole thing has come to us from the West, even if you're 80, you must behave like you're 18. Now also you must be on the dating app. Yes, they are, unfortunately. So, suddenly telling them may not be a good idea. This is something only you can judge based on an individual person. There is no common prescription, but it is important before they become ill. This must be brought forth to them. They should not go with this ignorance that they are going to live forever. So, they will get engaged with their children to some extent, then their own careers and jobs and whatever, they're retired, now they're getting old. Now they are desperate, grandchildren, where are the grandchildren? How come you love those children who are not yet born so much? When you have no care or concern for children who are on the street, how come you have so much love for children who don't exist? Because you want to get engaged with life once again, as if it's a new beginning. Because it'll give you a new lease of life, another level of involvement, another level of illusion about things will go on forever. So if all those things are not there, people will get frustrated, they will lose their minds, all these things will happen unfortunately. So whether you should tell them or not, if they are ill and moving towards their time, maybe not in so many words, but you must create an atmosphere that it comes home to them. Otherwise, you're doing a great injustice. You're doing a great injustice by creating a fake atmosphere, everything will be okay, no, we're going to go back home, you're in a hospital, don't worry, we're going to go back home, everything is going to be fine, and then your grandson's wedding is coming 5 years later, we will do, what shall we do, planning for that. This is a rubbish way of existence. It is very important for every human being that when we are approaching the closure of our time, we approach it in a sensible and conscious way, as far as possible. If you are absolutely conscious, there's nothing to say about it, that will be managed. Otherwise, they did not live like that, they don't have that ability right now, but you must create an atmosphere that it is moving in this direction. You may not be able to directly tell them, they may get terrified, they may get scared and all those things. But you must create an atmosphere, a spiritual atmosphere. When we say spiritual, something that's not of the body, that's all. Right now, life is moving you to a place where it is not about the body anymore. They must get this point. But in many homes today, I've been in some homes unfortunately where this happened, they are trying to cook all their favorite foods and say, eat this, eat that. Maybe if that is your way of preponing their death, it's unfortunate again. That is not the way of doing it. It is very, very, very important that bodily concerns must be brought down. Of food, of this and comfort and clothing, you must bring it down and make it very clear to them, if not by words, by setting up an atmosphere, that our time is coming. It'll come to all of us. When it comes to this person, it is important the necessary atmosphere is provided and the whole family or whoever else is there creates that ambience of not pulling them into this and that, but allowing them to move in that direction. There are many simple things one can do. I think in the death book we have handled this elaborately, but simple things you can do is just an oil lamp, a vegetable oil lamp or a ghee lamp. Oil lamp is better, vegetable oil lamp is better. A lamp, some simple chant or something which reminds you that it's not about the body. If this much reminder is there is enough wisdom in life to latch on to that. But if you not said a word till now, somebody is not oriented at all in this direction, suddenly you go tell them you're going to die, that could be very cruel and it could unnecessarily create a disturbance which is not necessary for that person. So, how it needs to be done is important, everybody… See, don't try to create a situation of normalcy around that person. Everybody bounding around, children coming and saying, "Grandma, grandpa, I love you, everything is great." Don't create that. Even if children are there, if they come in, they must come in slowly and just be like that. They must understand situations are changing. If you do not even create that, you put on a cinema, you do this, you cook all their favorite foods, you're bouncing around them to make them feel everything is great, this is not the way. It's important. There is nothing wrong with death. It is just a part of our existence. It is just the way we conduct it. It's very important. This is a fundamental duty of the children towards their parents, that when their time comes, they will live well.